Hey guys, welcome to another video on Brand Device where we talk about business and finance. My name is Bharat, and in this video I want to talk about my experience of starting my business in Germany and how was it to be a Kleinunternehmer, what were the regulations inside, how much paperwork was included, the health insurance side of things, all of these different things that you wouldn't find anywhere else. So if you're thinking about starting your business in Germany as an expat, watch the video till the end, and if you have any kind of questions whatsoever, you can write it down in the comments section, or you can book an appointment where we can sit down together and discuss with you different kind of things. So let's start at the very beginning when I started my business in Germany. I came to Germany in around July 2016 to start my master's at TU Hamburg, where I was studying structural engineering. So around 2017 I was like, okay, I want to start doing YouTube. So I started in January 2017 with my YouTube videos. Now the YouTube videos were not monetized and I did not make any cent whatsoever till I think August or something. So when that happened, I was like, okay, this is going to be interesting because now I will be making money every single month. That means the first thing I have to do is I have to register my business. So I think I received my first payout, I think in September from YouTube. And that meant I wanted to do more research about how do you set up your business and things like that. I was talking to different kind of people. And the biggest problem was that all of the information was only available in German. And as an expat, you can understand how difficult it is generally to kind of wrap your hand around all of these German words and stuff. And even though I was doing my master's in German taught program, so that was a bit helpful because I was able to kind of decode all of the information mostly by myself, and when I needed help I was asking people around. So I set up my business in around October. If you're on a visa in Germany, the first thing you have to do is you have to talk to your Ausländersbehörde and you have to take a permission from them that you want to start this XYZ business and you want to register yourself as a Gewerbetreibende or a Einzelunternehmer or whatever you want. Registering yourself as an Einzelunternehmer is pretty much the easiest thing you can do. You have other options like starting a private limited company or something like that. So it could be a UG or a GmbH. Both of these are options, but you have to keep in mind in Germany when you're starting any kind of private limited company, it is much more costlier than just having a side business or having a sole proprietorship on the side. Once you go to the Ausländersbehörde, you take the permission. The next thing you have to do is you have to search on Google Gewerbeanmeldung and the name of your city. Once you see that, for example, if you do in Hamburg, you will come across the German city's website and there you will be able to find a form, and you can fill this form out with the help of one of the videos that I made previously. You can take a look at the video with the link given in the description, and I can also put the thumbnail right here. So here I explain everything, how do you register your business in Germany and how do you fill out the form and everything. So what this business registration does is it gives you the right to do any kind of trade activity. For example, if you're making YouTube videos and you want to earn money from that, so the first moment where you kind of start receiving your money, you should really go ahead and do a business registration, and you should do it backwards. So from the first time you earned that money with your own, let's say, self-employed activity. Then afterwards, if you're selling some kind of online courses or if you're selling some kind of digital products, you're licensing music or something, so all of these things should be covered under that. The thing with sole proprietorship or Einzelunternehmer or the Gewerbeanmeldung, so the Gewerbe in general, is that you are not separated from your business. That means you and the business are one single entity. But if you have a private limited, you are a separate person and your company is a separate legal person, and the company can do things on your own. They can issue invoices, they can offer refunds, they can open bank accounts and things like that. But of course, you will be doing it on the behalf of your company. So company is essentially just a piece of paper which gives you the freedom of removing yourself from the business. But I think in the starting, for most of the people, it doesn't really make sense that you start a GmbH right away. I think what does make sense is that you do a Gewerbeanmeldung. You register yourself as a sole proprietor or Einzelunternehmer. So the good thing about this is that in a year you can earn up to 22,000 euros. So this comes around 2,000 euros per month without having to charge anybody any kind of VAT or Mehrwertsteuer. The nice thing about it is, first of all, you're able to keep your prices more competitive because you do not have to pay 20% of the money that you charge in VAT away to the government. The second thing is you can keep your prices lower if you want. So this is also very nice and it helps competition. The third thing is that you are saving yourself a lot of paperwork, because I tell you, the paperwork for VAT, it is amongst the worst ones that you do as a business owner, and I absolutely hate it. I think there's nothing I hate more than doing these VAT filings and everything every single month, even when I was just leaving Germany. So this is very nice. My personal experience of starting the business in Germany, it was really great. Even though right now you see me like, just talking a lot of things about Germany, which was not good, and like the things which I really hated about growing my business in Germany. But the starting experience, it was absolutely lovely. All it took for me to register my business in Germany was of just 5 minutes of going to the Handelskammer, where you do your Gewerbeanmeldung, or maybe it could be done at your local Rathaus, depends from city to city. So you just go there, you do the Gewerbeanmeldung, and the people who are doing that will help you out with things if you cannot understand something, and you start your business. That's it. And at the end of the year, you have to pretty much submit an Excel sheet where you're writing all of the money that you made, and in the end you're writing all of the expenses that you made, and then you're writing what was the profit, and on that profit you pay the taxes. So I think 2017, it was very nice. I really had a really good experience there. 2018, when I was growing my business again, that was also a very nice year, because then I was able to understand that, okay, like, this is not so complicated to like run a business here, because you just have to pretty much submit an Excel sheet towards the end. But what happened in 2018 was, I think I made around 22,000 euros in sales, and previously, before 2019, the limit for this was 17,500 euros. I see it on the screen, 17,500 euros. So that means I already crossed the limit. When I crossed the limit in 2019, like, I did not receive any kind of notifications from the Finanzamt that now you have to start charging VAT. So what happened was, they also saw in 2019 that I made more money than what you should be making in the second year, which is 50,000 euros. So I made around 65,000 euros in 2019. So in 2020, what happened was, towards July or something, they gave me a big fat letter saying that you have to pay VAT for the entire year 2019 and for the 6 months of 2020. And the problem with this thing, which I really hated, was that they did not give me any kind of information about this in advance. And also, as an expat, these rules are not very easily understandable. So for example, here what they say is, vorangegangenen Kalenderjahr 22.000 Euro bis 2019 17.500 Euro und im laufenden Kalenderjahr voraussichtlich 50.000 Euro. Now again, but you do not understand these things when the business is running. Like, you will not understand till a specific stage that will you be able to like cross this limit or not. I found this really horrible, like, from the side of Finanzamt. But like, of course, 2017 was nice, 2018 was nice. But again, if your business is really exploding, you have 2 years to decide what you want to do about it. I had no idea at all, because the business was not at the stage where I was like 100% confident that yes, we are going to like make the exact same amount of money next year too. And also, Alina was working, and we had to like finish some kind of like, time that we had to be in Hamburg and like earn a specific amount of money. I wanted to do my citizenship, so I also got my citizenship at end of 2019, I think December 2019 somewhere. So like, we had to be in Germany for all of these things. So like, this thought of like, we should move away or something never even came to our mind, because so far the experience wasn't bad. All of the health insurance stuff, if you're registering your business as a side business, you do not have to worry about health insurance also, because that is again going to be taken 50% by the employer and 50% by you. So side business, I personally find really lucrative. You're also able to write off a lot of the expenses that you wouldn't be able to do otherwise as a normal employee, because if you're buying any kind of laptops or something, you can always show that you're buying it for work. But for example, if you're buying a laptop for yourself and the company is giving you a laptop too, then it will be difficult to justify why exactly you're buying the second laptop. And trust me, right now you might feel like, how will Finanzamt know and things like that. But man, German Finanzamt, that's a proper spy bureau. Like, they have their eyes and ears everywhere. If your bank account is running more money than it should, you will receive an email or a letter from them asking you to explain how exactly you are like taking so much money around here and there. Because when you're having a bank account, then the banks also have to report these things to the Finanzamt. I remember once I received, I think 20,000 euros or something from my father when we were buying the house, because our money was stuck in Bausparvertrag, which is the most horrible stuff you can do in Germany. Never ever go for a Bausparvertrag. It's an absolute scam. So when our money was stuck there, like, we got it, and I got a call from the bank saying that, like, please explain, like, how are you getting this money, where are you getting this money from, and all sorts of questions. I was like, this is very interesting. Like, how do you have anything to do with my private business? So yeah, I mean, that was that. About the tax filings and stuff, I would really say that when you're starting your business in Germany, one thing you should really 100% focus on is getting a good tax consultant. There is no alternative to that. Yesterday I was talking to a friend and we were just discussing like how exactly it is to like find a good tax consultant in Germany, that it is so goddamn difficult. But you have to find one. Like, there's no way around it. When you're starting your business, I think the first priority, absolutely at the number one, should be that you find a good tax consultant. Because if you do not have a good tax consultant, if you have any kind of problems with the Finanzamt, you're going to get screwed over, and this is not nice. My tax consultant, for example, it was like, I think, one of the most horrible like kind of tax consultant I could find, but that was the only tax consultant who was willing to take our case. So I mean, she doesn't respond. For example, now I have to like take care of all of the things by myself with the Finanzamt. She's just like kind of like non-responsive since 10 days, and I have this fine pending and I want to talk to the Finanzamt, but she was not responsive, so I like wrote to them myself. So like, if you kind of like get the wrong tax consultant, the life is going to be much more difficult for you. Also right now, for example, if I made in March we made around like 40,000 euros. Now, if you think about it, like in Germany, like, you know, if you grow the business up, like you would be paying almost 20,000 euros in taxes. But right now, for example, I moved to Romania, and now on the 40,000 euros, I will only be paying 400 euros in taxes. So the difference is insane. The difference is 19,600 euros more for yourself that you can decide to put in any place you want. So I think for starting, the kind of simplicity that the German government provides you for just starting your business and trying things out, I think this is definitely not bad at all. And I'm saying again, it is not bad at all, and you can have one of the best experiences in the world, like about setting up your business in Germany in the starting. But once it starts growing big, you really have to see what kind of like other options you want to pursue. Because if you're having an online business or something, of course it is very easy for you to move anywhere you want. I have an online business, I have multiple online businesses, so I could just move to Romania. That was not a problem at all. But if you're having a physical business or something, then I would really focus on finding a good tax consultant, finding a good lawyer. If you're in the smaller cities, generally the tax consultants and the lawyers both will be cheaper, so this is going to be a more positive thing on your end. Another thing that I can give you as a tip, after having the business for almost 4 years in Germany, 2021, 2 months, 2020, 2019, 2018, and 2017 also like 4 months, for almost 5 financial years in Germany, is that you also do not need to have the tax consultant in the exact same city where you're living at. So my tax consultant was 350 kilometers away from Hamburg. And we used to like, you know, visit like once a year or something to like discuss some of the things. But generally we would just call and like discuss all of these things. In the starting, it was all simple and easy because there's not much paperwork. But as soon as the paperwork starts increasing, then like, you know, many tax consultants like kind of like start shifting their faces. And this is a difficult thing. Like, this is something you have to be aware of. So I can definitely recommend you guys to like really think about starting your business. All of the resources that you need to learn about how to start your business and stuff, I've already uploaded on this YouTube channel, so you can like take a look at that. If you still have any kind of questions, dilemmas whatsoever, I would really urge you to like invest in yourself, because at that time, for me, I had some help from the university, so I was able to talk to them, but like they were not so supportive because they never handled anything with expats. So that was the first thing. And then I was just like looking around. I was trying to find out more people who would help me out. I once went to the Finanzamt, and fortunately enough, I met a very nice person in the Finanzamt in Hamburg who was able to explain me everything. He was like, yeah, you can do this, and then this happens, and then you have to issue invoices like these and so on. And I was like, great, that's such a nice thing. But again, that was only possible for me because I was able to speak German at the native German fluency. So you should definitely like, you know, think about investing some money and some time in whatever kind of thing you want to do, because in the end you have no idea what kind of paths it takes you in. If right now I wouldn't have set up my business and went through all of this tax drama and stuff in Germany and so on, the other option would have been that I continued my master's and then afterwards I find a job or something, and I would be working, I don't know, in some management consulting company or something, or maybe in a structural engineering company for 3,500 euros or something per month, or 4,000 euros per month, and the yearly income would be 48,000 euros per year. Whereas these days, this amount of money that I would have made in a year, I can make in a month. The difference is massive, and this option I could only give to myself when I just thought about going ahead, starting my business, and I thought, whatever comes, I'm going to see how I can take these things and I'm going to make sure that I take the help from the best people possible. Unfortunately, in Germany, at least in the tax consultant side of things, I could not find good options. I tried to write to 40-50 tax consultants. I couldn't find any, but hopefully you find someone nice. Actually, in the end, right now, when we are leaving Germany in Feb or something, then we found a very good tax consultant in Heidelberg who was like willing to talk to us, was willing to take our case, and I think she charged 120 euros for a consultation session, but it was worth it. Like, I would have rather come across her in the very starting than like almost at the time when we were leaving Germany. So think about these things, give it a thought. Setting up my business completely changed my life, and I had the opportunity of now giving like job to like 8 different people. This is like definitely a very nice feeling, because you know that you're able to support their families from the value that you're generating as a business, and you never know what kind of directions your business is going to take you in. So that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any kind of questions whatsoever, you can write it down in the comment section below. Or if you want to book a one-on-one appointment, you can also find the link for that in the description. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.